Today is 23 March 2022. The time is about 10 half a.m. morning. In a refugee center. God bless Netherlands, like all of countries, absolutely human everywhere. I want to make, for example, something extra for yesterday. Natural humiliation. As a absolutely disability, and you can more and more better than me to analyze. I had issue with some items, and one more. For example, I want to description for this neck issue for front natural humiliation, like. Has issue with original vagina, and back neck has issue with absolutely the original hasn't, and the woman hasn't original as a fake, and back in or ass in, like neck at least. As you know, you can select, you have a 50-50 for you, OB way or BO way or humanity way. 50-50%. For example, you can use brain or thyroid. Thyroid is thinking about your situation, your body, and everything. Or brain as a human to think about your body, your situation, and everything, relation of everything, humanity. And as a result, thyroid has absolutely, naturally, the infinity grade of God with natural humiliation. Good morning, sorry. Natural humiliation to have issue for you and never humiliate. Natural humiliation, infinity grade, for example, has God issue totally. And self-control for body system, self-control body system, as I can say. So that is for you to select OB way or bio or natural or humanity, 50-50. And as a result, your brain will be done with OB way, and the thyroid, like something issue, has issue vagina totally, and brain, and like this your face totally look like a vagina until this like something issue to out of neck as issue touchable for man, and for woman as totally as without this, and only thinking with the thyroid and only to make a great beauty the body, but they don't have also beauty naturally, as you you know, and needs to have makeup at least. And you know, we never have difference between human with only out of physically, not inside, and totally you are in humanity if you think about, if you doubt one moment with beauty, and like this, if you had the beauty, if we had the beauty issue, absolutely we never, woman has a fake beauty and the man has original, and the woman needs to make up at least. That is a totally self-control to select brain or thyroid. My mean is they totally physically infinity great, but for thinking, musing, up and down, And after thyroid, you are totally in the original, in done, brain in done, totally. You will be drawn in swamp of a delusion of nothing, like this Satan system. Infinity God, thankful of God to be ended forever. Like you output the end, not end, but as you know, like Corona, and they couldn't make also for human issue, never. More and more, inshallah. So that is, for example, to compare uh, Saturn system before and natural system. Saturn system, for example, has issue with something fake development countries. As I say again, never humiliate natural industrial struggling of human infinity great. But for example, for fake advanced issue, the delusion of industry, unfortunately, with 0 1 at least, you can imagine so unsafe and so insecure and not controllable and everything's vulnerable, totally vulnerable. So for human, they, for example, that system made something issue totally and makes, unfortunately, with obese, and inshallah more and more we will observe to release of this obese, because totally naturally has issue, and I am totally nothing naturally, and God and humans. So for example, body of has issue with fake advanced situation countries, unfortunately, to present as a naturally. For example, we never lose natural way has 2% at least to care about natural as infinity rational, and any organization, any struggling of human, any natural industrial needs at least 2%, at least 2% pay attention to natural, as I described before. And also with 0 logic. We never have a rational, infinity rationally like natural, never. So body system in Saturn system before has issue to present like look like naturally to naked bodies, to show original fake and everything without humanity, unfortunately, on the public issue especially, and has also, unfortunately, for real advanced countries to show, for example, this delusion of nothing, because brain in sorry, in done and done in original and back as in, you can imagine what will what have been what has been happened, at least, and what is happening, and inshallah more and more release of this obvious naturally. And inversely, for something issue they don't have, for example, delusion of industry, like Saturn system integration, Khamenei, and real sample Iran. I want to hint, real sample Iran. You can expand absolutely for your country as well, and so easily. easily. For example, to struggling of to know body absolutely is infinity great to uh, to come over to dominate of your body as more and more know about part of bodies and absolutely with original and fake infinity we never have male issue and like this and real human and natural way and humanity theory, but they do without only rotten fruit like a real sample. Like for example, Daesh to explode rotten fruit and makes something pain on the world and so you can imagine. Beheading with the Daesh and like these terrorists with, for example, Khamenei and integration to have issue at least Middle East and beheading like for example to cut off fruits of tree look like to have issue with pick up fruits. Unfortunately, I have to uh, say this example, this sample for beheading poor infinity great people. They enjoyed in the delusion of nothing like the fruit, and they couldn't mix humanity, and as a result to cut off at least fruit of this infinity great human, and to show what is this is industry delusion of industry Islam, separated Islam, separated Jewish like Sahyunis, you can imagine, and separated without root and fruit like infinity horrible like a Christian Christmas tree. Putin at the moment you can. Corona to order, for example, to China to torture poor people without also religious issue to have issue pagan totally not believe to God at least makes this horrible disaster for poor people of China, at least all of human on the world. And OB of European unfortunately has issue, for example, to kill, to steal, and everything to integrasi, to have integration, and go to, for example, fake Jesus and say, Jesus, you have sacrificed for me, and you must save my sins at least. To put nuclear and like this, for example, you can imagine. Japan and as a result, to know body is infinity great part of body, and especially with struggling of human to make cover at least fake and original issue, natural humiliation, self-control, and makes the infinity great with 0 0, for example, have issue to sum up information about anybody as a real, to know a situation and to help to make a justice, not a respect without humanity. It's totally Satan. To make, for example, in your front of eyes to help, but behind you to torture and everything to kill and planning and I don't want to make it deep and human absolutely with natural system more and more will inform will be informed, inshallah, thankful of God, and makes absolutely humanity tree, and natural way. On the natural way, human walk and to make grow up more and more like tree, and we absolutely with fruits and vessels to has to have issue to make other humans and other humanity and any situation of human and humanity. God bless human.